What is going on, 5'9 gamers? My name is JoeWags, and today I will be your host for your favorite podcast, the Dokkan Battle Podcast. Our podcast is presented to you by 5'9 Gaming, your source for all things gaming, anime, and entertainment related. Be sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date on all the things 5'9. Today's episode is number 75, Royal Blue for Me and You. I know it's cheesy, but Toonrami would appreciate it. Our big focus today is Evolution Blue Vegeta, and I feel like he's a very accessible unit to people. So, you know, that's the title you get sometimes. When I gotta write them, that's what you get. So we do have a great show planned for you guys all today, but we can't have a great show without some amazing guests. We did bring on some extra guests today because we didn't have as much topics to talk about, so figured we get a few more opinions in there. So I would like to introduce first the Dokkan King himself, DaTruth.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Next, we've got Inkabe's biggest fan himself, Minato. How are you doing?
Sorry, you mean Luca Dokkan? I have no idea who you're talking about, right?
Little side note, I did my Majin Vegeta summons. I pulled my first 2 copies of Inkabe, so I get to try him out for myself and see how amazing he is.
I'm so sorry to hear.
Tragedy.
Next up, we've got the master of slime gotchas, IceColdJoker. How you doing?
Good morning, everyone. I'm doing just fine today.
And after that, we've got the man of many gotchas, Galeriot. How you doing?
Hola, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Looking forward to this podcast and talking about all things Saiyan Day.
Absolutely. And last but not least, we've got the Resident Evil Master himself. When you're watching, don't blink, or otherwise the game might be beaten already. Sunblade, how you doing?
Hey man, thank you for having me on, man. I'm very excited. I think that's the first podcast after a year where I'm a panelist, so yeah, let's go.
And I just want to say, Sunblade, I'm truly honored to be hosting with you as a guest, with you bringing me on. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I was watching you closely. We might have to go after in meeting 3 after that. So
okay,
do a good job, man.
I think I'm still I'm still on probation here, right? After that title, I think do I get a warning for that? A check for that title right there?
Nah, you're good. I like the title.
And I do just want to give a quick little shout out to Vilify behind the scenes. He's doing a great job. Really appreciate his work producing. So, first topic we have for today is Evolution Blue Vegeta's EZA. And just really quick at the top, it wasn't on our agenda, but I just want to talk about the actual EZA event itself. And I just want to say a couple things about it, and then I'll just shout out if anyone else wants to say anything. But obviously, I thought the EZA event was very easy. Basically, it's Mastered Evolution, and then I think it's Tech Strength or Phi types are all strong against it. I did run the STR Super Vegeta as the lead, even with type disadvantage, because he crits. He does very, very well in there, and I found most times Vegeta usually left an open spot that wasn't being attacked. You can just slide the STR unit there, and then I just ran like a full tech team. But I don't know if you guys had this happen, but something that was super annoying to me was the game kept forcing Int Majin Vegeta as the friend unit, and he's not on Mastered Evolution, and he's the wrong typing. And then I would go in there, and every time there was plenty of STR Vegetas. So I don't know. Do any of you guys have thoughts? Did you experience any frustration with the friend placement?
It does that because Majin Vegeta is giving the bigger leader skill buff, right? That's why it's doing that.
So it just focuses on leader skill buff. See, I feel like it should focus on matching before that, don't you think?
I think what it tries to do is give you, like, again, the leader that's going to impact the team the most in terms of, like, the leader skill buff. Like, all the characters around it. So it's like, if you're running, like, I don't know, you have all pure Saiyans, but then one character that's like Golden Frieza for Mastered Evolution, like, it might still pick a pure Saiyan lead, you know, rather than the other lead to give you most overall stats. That's what it does. So it's like, you have to be careful with that for sure.
Okay.
I mean, on JP, that wasn't an issue because we just ran the God Goku.
The gods.
Yeah. All right, this is global troubles then, right? Global.
Yes. I can confirm this. For me, they kept on shoving me, well, EZA SSB Vegeta instead. So I was just getting the EZA version. I'm like, that's not gonna work because it's AGL. So I'd keep having to switch to STR Super Vegeta. I will say though as well, even though it was like around stage 25 to 30, like the last 5 stages, even if you let Super Vegeta get hit, especially if you let him super first, of course, you know, in slot 2 or 3, he still wouldn't take that much damage, quite honestly speaking. So you are pretty much fine running him as well in front of hits, honestly.
Yeah, he's very good defensively, just doesn't do a lot of damage in there.
Yeah, I mean, well, I accidentally Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, in regards to the leader skill and friend unit trouble, it's like I accidentally ran Majin Vegeta like on the last 5 fights, and I did just fine, just because the rest of the team is good.
Yeah, if you hide the Majin Vegeta, it's fine. It's just he's literally doing nothing for the team other than the leader skill in that situation, right? All right, any other thoughts on the EZA event from anyone? All right, so we're going to move on to the actual character itself. So the big topic for this week is AGL Evolution Blue Vegeta. We want to know, how good is he in game? Have you tried him out? Things like that. I think I am going to start with global here, just because we have some JP exclusive stuff at the bottom where JP will definitely talk a lot more. So let's start with Joker on this one. Joker, what are your thoughts on the Evolution Blue Vegeta?
He's really, really good, and I can't say enough about him being, you know, 100 and what is he, 80% or 70%? I forget
170.
already. 170, yeah. So even buffing Pure Saiyan's 170, him being, you know, getting all of his defense on super attack, essentially, makes him a very good floating unit. And I have gotten the God turn once, where he got all 4 super attacks. And mine's level 10 Lynx, he's rainbowed, and I think in base form he was throwing out like 3.9 million attack stats while getting so much defense on his supers. He's a very good defensive floater unit, alongside giving everyone a very good leader skill. So I have nothing bad to say about him. And then you throw on the rest of the Pure Saiyan units that are broken as crap, and you're just having a fun time with him now.
Very good, very good. Gale, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, so of course he dropped alongside all the easy, well, not easy, sorry, SBR stages and everything. So I decided to save up those until I easy'd him so I could use him there. And yeah, he's really, really strong. Like Joker said, I don't have him at Link level 10. Mine's are around 5 or 6s pretty much. But he was still smacking around like 3.4s, 3.5 million attack stats, which was really strong. And overall, he seems so much better than what he was, of course. Yeah, I mean, he's definitely up there in contention for one of the best EZATURs for sure. I don't know if I would say the best one by far. You know, you have Godku there and everything from JP's side, right? Which we don't have on right now. But yeah, I know he's unbelievable. He's so good.
Very, very good. Let's hear from some JP players. And I know, JP, you might have some different experiences because you have different leaders you can run them with. So, Minato, what are your initial thoughts of this Vegeta?
I think he's very good. I like that he builds up really fast in that like sense of his passive where he wants to attack to build up his extra defense. It kind of reminds me of like the S-tier Kid Buu, where they both want to attack to build up their passive. I think they both build up very fast. He's just a very strong unit, great leader skill, a lot of category teams, and you know, he is still good on the Beyond Super Saiyan team, the 7th anniversary units leader skill, even though he's not directly under the 200%. I think he's just a very powerful unit for even like Broly or Omega, right, in the red zone, which is very, very good.
Yep. Truth, your thoughts?
Yeah, ridiculously powerful. This is a character that came out after the red zone on JP that seems like he's meant to help in the red zone. We're gonna get a lot more characters moving forward who are very powerful even in there, right? It's kind of like what happened last year at the God event. God event comes out and then we just get a string of characters who destroy, right? So already the path is open for global players to use like this guy in the red zone and be like, oh my god, the red zone's not even that hard. What is this? It's so easy. Like, yeah, because this Vegeta is ridiculous. I think he's easily the best EZATUR, even over like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. The only one I think that there's potentially like a meme argument for would be Tech God Goku because of his damage reduction, but
meme argument is
crazy.
What?
I mean, he does do the business when he wants to.
Who do you think will age better?
I mean, well, that's easy. It's God Goku, yeah.
There you go. My God.
I mean, yeah, you can run one with a leader skill and one without, and I think God Goku would say, I'm a little bit better. You can run me without a leader skill and still do some business, right? Okay, last, Sunblade, your thoughts on Evolution Blue Vegeta?
Yeah, so a lot of stuff has already been said. Of course, he's an absolute monster. He's really, really good. And I don't want to repeat everything the guys have been saying, but yeah, I like to run him, and if you have him at like 70% or beyond that, he's incredible because you most of the time you get the super attack from the hidden potential system. So yeah, we already saw those clips on YouTube where the guys got 4 super attacks with him, and yeah, he's just fun. He does a lot of damage. His leader skill provides great value. He has a 200% team now, so yeah, amazing unit. I think he is the best Easy ATR after God Goku, of course, but yeah,
I mean, on global, he's the best, right? We can say that for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. 100%.
He's the best by far.
Yeah,
but,
for sure.
Some guys are out there on Twitter and like saying he's bad or something. Yeah, I've seen Truth to replying to some questionable tweets from others, but yeah, Blue Evolution Vegeta, the TR is amazing, very powerful.
Yeah, my take on him. One thing I wish to, like, running this unit in a showcase, just I wish Dokkan would do something where you could see what the defense stat was for these units that get defense on super, because I want to see what the actual numbers are. Obviously, we can math that out or whatever, but I don't like thinking that much, right? So something that wasn't mentioned on him, and I know a lot of people know this already, but I feel like you pretty much, in truth, you can correct me if I'm wrong here, but I feel like you want a favor crit on him. I've got mine on 21 crit, like 14 additional. I think if you've got over 10 additional, because he's got so many attacks, odds are still pretty good you're going to get that 4th one off. But yep. I feel like the crit with these normal attacks, like you do, because literally it does nothing, but then you crit and you do like even a 600k crit, like that's decent damage, right?
Exactly, yeah. Characters like this, AGL Trunks, I think Physical Super Saiyan 3 Goku, characters that are going to do a lot of normal attacks, like guaranteed normals, you have a chance to proc the additional on every single attack you do anyway. So if you proc it on the first attack, the next couple attacks, you're getting no value from it anyway. And those additional normals also are doing nothing against the hardest bosses, right? So yeah, I think you favor crit for these characters that do a lot of normal attacks. You want to use the same mindset that you would for one of the Vegito units that counters.
Yep, exactly. And so my analysis when I ran him in my showcase, he was, before transforming, I had him at 4 mil plus attack stats, which doesn't seem crazy, but when you're attacking four times, critting, spreading in a couple of additional supers, that damage adds up. His defense, as I think it was Minato mentioned, his defense stacks really fast. And he's up to like 400k plus starter turn defense, which I was really impressed with. And then he still gets, I think, 30% on super, which is really good. But then after transforming, you look at a starter turn defense, and I think it's like 200k, but then he gets 100 on super. So then you're looking 400k defense after supering. And then I believe if he double supers, that would like stack again. Wouldn't that go to like 800k if he double supers? Is that right? Or am I crazy?
No, that only
don't transformed evolution.
That's how it works.
Yeah, when he transforms, so like if he's 200k starter turn defense, it says he gets 100% defense on super. So if he supers once, he's at 400k. Would that 400k then double again if he supered in the same turn?
Well, I think evolution blue, I think he's above 500k when he supers.
500k, okay. Yeah, because I didn't incorporate in, he gets like a more on a super attack effect as well. So he's about 500k. Okay.
I think the way it works, I mean, doesn't it work where all these 30% buffs from their super attack effect, it starts from their same pool of defense, right? It doesn't get bigger.
It starts from their start of turn defense.
It's additive, not multiplicative.
Yeah. Okay. But when it says he gets 100% defense on super, that doesn't stack like each time he supers it.
That's only once.
That's okay. Gotcha. So about 500k, but he's still looking really good in both forms, right?
This is why we need to see defense after super.
Exactly, and that's why, and that's exactly why, yeah.
He can tank Omega Shenron's normals. It's that, like, even the LR Super Saiyan 4s, the Easy A's, Goku and Vegeta don't do that typically.
Yeah. But yeah, that's once again why I want to see, not only do I want to see like the defense mid-turn, but I want to see for these units that like have a chance to guard all attacks, right? That have a chance to do these things to start a turn. I want to know if they're active or not. And I think we've all mentioned that before, but hopefully that's a quality of life thing they could add in, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that's one thing I've really complained about Str Ultimate Goku, so I would agree. That's something we definitely need.
For sure, for sure. All right, so next topic on the agenda, we've got new Super Battle Road stages. So this is global specific. We just got Worthy Rivals. So I'll just give my take really quick, and then we'll talk to the other global players.
I gotta cut you off. Another stage. I look at everyone beating the stage with their Majin Vegeta team. Oh my god, it's easy away, dude.
Well, Truth, I was gonna mention that earlier, like with your comment on the red zone. I'm like, this is the same thing for Super Battle Road. Like, I think Like, and then what we got, I think when we got the Ginyu one, like we had the easy A's for the Ginyu ones. Like we had, it's just like so easy when it comes to global. And I remember doing some of these. I'm like, oh, I can't imagine how frustrating this would have been on JP. So another global W right there, right? Keep the global W's coming.
I've been saying, bro, it's a big dub. No, the Worthy Rivals one was super easy, to be honest. I kind of, I was a bit too cocky with Majin Vegeta, I will admit. So I had a couple of runs where I was just not using items unnecessarily, but no, it was super easy. Like Truth said, like it's an actual joke because of how we get units so quickly.
Yep. So for my team, I ran the Ant Majin Vegeta lead, obviously, right? And then the trick I went with was I did AGL LR Majin Vegeta, and then I brought the Chilai item to do some nuking, and then combined with like Super Vegito to stun. Like I had so many stunnings going. I was doing like 8 to 9 mil AoEs. Like it was pretty ridiculous. So my first run went pretty easy. Joker, how was your run on this stage?
Honestly, I haven't tried it yet. I'm gonna jump in right now and I'll let you know how it goes.
Yeah, you can basically do the podcast and just press buttons on the side. You'll probably get it done. it's not the hardest. And then Gale, you already went. So Truth, do you want to give us your take on it?
Just the stage? I mean, I remember no iteming it with Super Vegeta. I mean, the final phase is that Janemba. Super Vegeta just destroys him.
Right. Okay. And then, yeah, I mean, for JP players, Sunblade, Minato, do you have any comments on it at all? Or I know it's probably a while since you guys played it.
No, Truth just said it. Like, this stage is ridiculous. And yeah, a lot of people are going to say, yeah, why is it so easy? We need harder content for the higher end players. But Dokkan Battle just doesn't have high end players all around. Right. So I think most of the player base are just casual.
Red Zone. Red Zone is what they want.
Yeah, sure. But this stage is aimed towards, like, I wouldn't say newer players, but more of the casual side. So
yeah, I think
they made a mistake making that last phase physical with Super Vegeta, right? It's just like you just destroy it. Like double Super Vegeta destroys it, right? So
because then you're guaranteed stunning and like everything behind it you just protect, which is nice.
None of these normal SBR stages that have come out are really that tough anyway, because they're legitimate category teams, right? Last year it was Revenge and Special Pose and all this garbage, but this year it's like real teams. So.
Yeah, I think too it's just another argument for why the game should be synced up so that global can get content at the appropriate difficulty as well, because now we're getting all these units like out of schedule or whatever, and it just makes them too easy. I mean, maybe the casual players like that. They like it
being fine. Easy. It's free rewards, man. Come on. What are you talking about? Come on, man. It's free stones.
What exactly? It is what it is, right? Okay, so then we'll go on to the JP. So JP, you guys got Bond of Master and Disciple SBR. So Sunblade, what was your take on that stage? Did you get a chance to do that one?
Yes, I did this morning, and yeah, just as True said, it was pretty easy. I used the AGL Kid Gohan for that stage, his team, and I absolutely obliterated because Kid Gohan stuns, and yeah, the other members on the team are very powerful as well. You can use our boy Royal Blue Vegeta in there too. So yeah, I just did it casually, like you just advised to Joker that he should do it on the side and just press buttons. That's exactly what I was doing, and I was done after 7 minutes, I think. So yeah, it was a joke. Yep.
Sure. Minato, was it a joke for you as well?
Yeah, I try to do it with, I try to be cheeky and do it with the double blue Vegeta. I even had in-cab and blue Calcan on there, but I like died right at the end, so I just ran double Kid Gohan and just destroyed it, right? Very easy stage, had really no difficulties with it.
Yeah, I do love that Kid Gohan. He's very, very good. Truth, how about you?
Yeah, I was able to dissect it for the no item run using Whis. I let Whis dance and prance around. That was pretty good.
Nice. STR Whis, correct, right?
Yep. He's still very dumb. He out-aged Beerus, right?
Yeah.
Well,
he did. I feel like he's a unit no one talks about.
Yep.
Well, yeah, right, and I feel like Xenopan is the same thing, where like she's already not getting talked about, and she's busted as all heck because she has that mechanic.
Yep.
I've been saying that, man.
I know.
Xenopan.
I love that Xenopan. She's great. Okay, so then we got
full dodge, by the way.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, here
yeah.
I know this is a little bit off topic, but like I rainbowed her SSR also, and I gave that SSR full dodge. So yeah, I got 2 rainbowed Zeno pants in my box right now. But she's a good SSR, I think. Like she's solid. All right, so reps of U7 ESBR, 200% leader skill for this one. So Truth, how was your run on reps of U7?
They were actually pretty easy because you have the UI Gokus.
Yeah.
With the UI Gokus, I mean, this stuff is just not hard. He's just dodging all over the place, can't be touched. Reps of Universe 7, of course, is a good category. The stage is hard, but, I mean, dude, the MVP for my no-item run for that stage was LR Master Roshi, who's free, right?
Yep, with the revive and everything, right? Did you use the AGL Blue Vegeta on that as well, the EZA one?
I did not. I did full UI Goku, Goku and Frieza, and then Master Roshi. That was the team.
Gotcha. Minato, how about you?
I mean, it was the same with me. I got it done no item one try, right? It wasn't that hard of a stage, though. I got lucky with some of the revive and stuff like that. But I basically just ran like I ran AGL UI, Int UI, STO UI, Goku and Frieza, Roshi, and then another unit that I can't remember at the top of my head, right? But it wasn't difficult. Pretty easy stage, honestly.
Gotcha. Sunblade?
Yeah, I would have to repeat everything those guys said, but I just want to ask, how does Kaik and Blue Goku perform on that stage? Because I've seen Sora popping off on Twitter again, using that guy, and I was like, what the hell? I think he gets destroyed immediately. I think there's no need to use him because UI Goku carries that stage.
Yeah,
I have the STR one Rainbow level 10 links. I have the AGL one almost done. So yeah, those two combined with Master Roshi's revival is just nuts.
Yeah.
Don't stress yourself with Kaik and Blue Goku.
well, yeah, and that whole idea with the UI Gokus, right? I was actually just commenting on this. I was doing my showcase of the new Blue Vegeta, and I was running the Int LR Evolution Blue Vegeta, and I'm like, I never use this guy, and it's like not because he's bad, but when I run Reps U7 or Ramagods, I like putting all the UI Gokus, and I don't have room for them. So, you know, having the AGL Evolution Vegeta gives me a reason to run them as a rotation, and I really like that. So I finally get to experience Int Evolution Blue Vegeta, so that's kind of nice. All right, next topic. I think these questions are going to be kind of fun. So now that the 200% leader skill is on both versions, who is your favorite character that has been buffed by the 200% leader skill? And then as a follow-up, if you want to do this right away, who is a character that you feel has massively benefited? So I'm going to start with Joker on this one. Do you have a favorite 200% unit that has been buffed? And then who do you think is also just massively benefited?
When I first showcased for using Majin Vegeta, I put him on a team, and then I put the EZA Physical Kid Trunks and EZA AGL Goten, and they're like 6 million attack stats and 350k defense if they don't double super in a turn, and if they do, then it's like 6.5 million and 400k defense, which is just dumb. So I really like the Fizz Trunks now.
Yeah.
And now that, because on JP before this, Goten had the 200% leader skill, but not Trunks. So now that they both get it, they're just a broken combo. So that's what I like to run right now. As far as another unit is concerned, the Exchange Vegeta.
Oh, sure,
has been buffed immensely now.
Yeah.
And he's got like, what, 400k defense after he supers, somewhere around there, and mine's at like 55% still. And he's still throwing out 7 million attack stats. So he's also looking real fine right now, and he'll just get better.
Yep, for sure. Gail, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, for me, I mean, I've been just dabbling around trying to figure out like what I like so far from the 200% lead. Of course, we only have one on global, so it's a bit more limited compared to JP, but I mean, I must admit, some of the SSJ3 Vegetas that I've been using, the Tech GT1, the physical SSJ3, heck, even the old STR SSJ3, like I was using him in the Worthy Rivals SPR, right? Super nice. But one unit that I want to see, and of course we don't have him yet on global, is the LRHL Goten and Trunks, right? I want to see how they perform, obviously, once they EZA on global. I want to see how they will be on the team as well. I think they would be pretty interesting to see.
Yep, for sure. Sunblade?
So yeah, my personal pick would be the LR Tech Grade A Vegeta. I think the leader skill buff,
yeah.
the extra percentage really helps him out. Like when he came out, like everyone was trashing him, but I personally like to run him under 200% leader skill. He does a lot of damage, and yeah, I like him. Great unit.
Very good. Very good. Can you think of another unit that you feel is massively buffed? And then Truth, you can hop into if you want to quick.
I was just gonna say those guard characters, they need all the stats. Like 55% grid at Vegeta is gonna be very bad, but like by the time you get them rainbowed, you got a 200%, you got level 10 links. It all really helps a character like that grid at Vegeta a lot.
Yep, for sure. Sunblade, did you have another one, or I can move on to if you don't have one off the top of your head? Just a unit that you feel has massively been benefited.
So yeah, everyone was talking about AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku before. Obviously, Majin Vegeta came out, but now he's extremely powerful. This rotation sounds kind of wonky, but I like to run him with the Grade A Vegeta in one rotation due to Saiyan Raw legendary power. So it works, and those two can. Okay, well, the tech Grade A Vegeta can have key issues, but when you use him right, this rotation can work in terms of key because the STR Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta gets a lot of key after his EZA due to his passive, and yeah. Very damaging rotation, and now he's like very close in competing with AGL Super Saiyan 4 Goku for sure.
Yeah, I like that Saiyan Roar link. That is a super powerful link. Minato, your favorite 200% unit, and then a character you feel has benefited a lot?
I would say, honestly, my favorite, I'm stuck between these two. It's the LR Blue Kaioken Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. I think they are pretty good with the 200% with the gods. There's also LR Turles as well. I really like LR Turles now that he's got that extra buff, right? Because he's a unit that really relies on those pure stats. But a character that I feel massively did benefit is the LR Goten and Gohan, right? That came out for Goku Day, I believe, on Global. Again, they're another unit that really benefits in stats, but again, they're on the 200% leader skill. We have Krillin on the 200% leader skill. We have all these Goten and Trunks under the gods leader skill, right? And they look very impressive when you really build them around the team, you know? So they're probably my pick just because they're pretty powerful even now once you get them built up.
For sure, for sure. So Truth, your favorite 200% unit and then character that has been buffed?
Yeah, dude, it's got to be the Great Vegeta. Like that's gotta be it. He to me felt way more impressive on the 200% leader skill.
Okay,
it's a big jump.
Yeah,
I'm very eager to see STR LR Kaioken Goku on it. Like I was doing one of the EZAs to get a title earlier. Yeah, and it's just like turn one, he does 15 million, and then additionals at 11 million. It's like okay, and that's just 170. Like he's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and tackle this one. So my favorite unit with on the 200% leader skill right now, I'm a big fan of the AGL LR Majin Vegeta. I know his kit's a little bit wonky, but I ran him on the 200% leader skill. He was at like 260k defense, which isn't the craziest. Like it's not going to do in red zone, right? But it's still decent for like at least taking normals in a lot of events. But he was doing like 8 to 9 mil AoEs. And then I had him like at 10 mil, just flicking his wrist attack, you know, single target. So I was pretty impressed there, and I'm very hopeful. It's on the topic we're going to talk about later. We're going to talk about the possibility of like a Battle of Gods event or something. But if they release maybe a Bulma in that we could run with him as like a good support, I could see this guy like doing really, really well, right? And then for me, a character that I feel was massively benefited. This character I feel like was benefited not because of what it does to their stats, but I think because of the team focus. So I think that the tech support Gifted Warriors Goten, the Super Saiyan Goten support unit, I feel like he was massively buffed because the 200% leader skill, especially on global, because this is the only 200% leader skill we have, it puts a really big focus on Gifted Warriors. So I find myself using this Goten actually quite a bit. And I feel like he got buffed just because you want him on the team. So that was the one I kind of want to talk about there.
I just want to interject real fast and say, yeah, beat Worthy Rivals SBR.
Yeah, see, there you go. Didn't even have to think about it, right? it just went down like cake, right? All right, so now we are on the last topic of our show already. So I believe on JP, we are getting the new like Dragon Ball story, like the bigger story events, and it's for a Battle of Gods theme. And I believe we're getting a God Goku support memory. So people are thinking, does this hint at an upcoming Dokkan Fest exclusive? Does it mean that there's going to be some more movies Dokkan Fest exclusives coming up? So Truth, we're going to start with you for just some speculation. Does this mean anything?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so you think it's just a one-of event? It's not going to tie to anything?
I mean, I wouldn't particularly say that Black Star Dragon Ball Saga one in January did either. I mean, you could reach and say, oh, well, LR Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta came out like 3 weeks later, but it's like, I mean, that's still Shadow Dragon Saga, right? That's not Black Star Dragon Ball Saga. That it would be like if the next Dokkan Fest was like Rose, like like they drop Battle of Gods and then Rose is who comes out. So I don't think it means anything. No, I don't.
Okay, when does this drop?
It came out yesterday.
Oh, it just came out. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Yep.
Minato, do you think there's anything to this, or do you agree with Truth?
I would say it's not possible because we got the Saiyan Saga one, then we end up getting the Year 7 Part 2 LRs. With the Black Star Dragon Ball Saga one,
was 3 months later.
Yeah, but we still ended
it's
up
not right away.
I feel like not right away, right? I think it's possible that they could maybe have some correlation to each other.
So
right?
if we're going by what you're saying, then that would mean like maybe like Baby is the next Dokkan, or 3 months later, then it's Baby dropping at the start of April.
Who knows?
Then maybe
right?
that would mean God Goku would show up in May or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't have to be immediately. It could eventually drop, right? It could mean something upcoming, for all we know. But I would say for regarding to the next Dokkan Fest, because if you take a look at it, it was put in the movies tab, right? So it's not technically like the Dragon Ball Super anime. It was put in the movies tab, right? Yeah. So because of that, maybe it could be more so something related to a movies Dokkan Fest. And I know personally, me and Luca Dokkan have been talking about wanting to see another movies Dokkan Fest, an Extreme Class Terrifying Conquerors type Dokkan Fest coming really soon. We've been speculating about Metacooler, right? I think I told you, or he told you about this, right? I think Metacooler would be just very cool to see, right?
Well, and we still need a Hakai Beerus, right? Like, so that could possibly, yeah. I'll just open this up to anyone else. Does anyone else have any comments or thoughts on this? Do you think it's relevant or means anything?
Super Saiyan Videl coming soon.
Yeah, Super Saiyan Videl, right? Sunblade, were you saying something?
Right. So yeah, I'll jump in here. So 1 year ago we got the Dokkan Fest Videl, right?
Yep.
And at the battle hour, I think April was a subject, April 22, and I think the producers were talking about a potential Hercule. I know maybe that was, they were memeing about it a little bit, but I remember some kind of chat log between the developers talking about Hercule in April. So maybe we could see the Battle of Gods arc, Dragon Ball Super Saiyan Hercule as a unit. I don't know, as a Dokkan Fest, but
he said for April Fool's Day, we'll keep a lookout for April Fool's Day as a Hercule.
Yes, right? Yes, the April Fool's Day I think is that Super Saiyan Hercule.
So that could be tied to a potential Dokkan Fest for Battle of Gods. I don't know, right? But
I mean, that would make sense, right? Like if they make it kind of correlated, because last year for April Fools we had the Gohan and Videl, and didn't we have the Videl Dokkan Fest, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Yes.
Those are kind of tied to each other, so maybe they can have some correlation to the Dokkan Fest itself.
Yeah, you never
Super
know.
Saiyan Videl is what I'm hearing.
Exactly.
I would take it.
Said, right?
Make her a perfect linking partner for STR Videl, but have a different name. There we go. That would be sick. All right, so if there's no other comments on that, I think that is actually going to wrap up the main portion of the show. And I think we kind of agreed, since it's shorter, are you guys okay just skipping the break and hopping into questions?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
All for it, man.
The sooner the better, right, Gail? You get to sleep?
Yes, sir. I need my sleep, my beauty sleep.
All right, let's hop into some Twitter questions. So our first question comes from Pyrotech. Which unit fell off the quickest, in your opinion, in Dokkan history? I will just lead with mine. I think Tech Hit or STR Kaioken Goku, global first exclusives. I feel like they died like a week after they came out. That's just my personal opinion. Truth, what do you think? Which unit fell off the quickest for you?
Which unit fell off the quickest? I know a lot of people have been saying Super Vegeta, but he's actually gonna age very good for Super Battle Road. That stun is always gonna be helpful. Is this the one that you said was a good one?
No, so Truth, the last question I ask is the one that is just for you.
Oh, okay,
super special.
Because I don't want to spoil myself on it.
Yeah.
Quickest fall off. You got to give me a second to think.
I can come back to you, Truth. That's fine. Gail, do you want to jump in? Do you have an idea?
Bro, I have no idea. Even I need some time. I want to say my first thought. Okay, this is my first thought. I will say
STR Kefla.
I was gonna say that.
STR Kefla.
I was
waiting
to say that.
That's fine.
That's
so
fair.
truth.
I was gonna say the 5-year LRs, but yeah.
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah.
I was gonna say the Blue Fusions.
Blue Fusions, okay. Sunblade, sound like you maybe had one?
Yeah, so first off, STR Kefla was always kinda when she came out, like a lot of people said she's better than STR Cooler. She never was. I refuse to accept that.
Oh, I refuse as yes, I agree.
I hate
totally.
this unit, really. And of course it's Tech Hit. I remember specifically talking about this with Truth, and when Tech Hit came out, like on JP a couple of days later, Blue Gogeta, the AGL one, and Physical Broly were revealed on JP, so Tech Hit wasn't even a thing anymore. Everyone was concentrating on those two units. So yeah, Tech Hit, man. He got the shaft for sure.
Yeah.
I have another one.
Yeah.
Int Goku Black when he came out of TV. Everyone is going crazy over him.
Wait, does it count though if he starts off bad though?
I mean, he was already bad.
The Legendary Goku event came out like 7 months after he came out. Like he was good in there.
Yeah, but still,
I gotta defend him. I have to put on my heel.
Are you the Int Goku Black defender?
I guess I am.
He stacks so
I reveal
slow.
myself at this moment. Yeah.
Yeah, his 20k stack per turn. Amazing.
His stack is so
strong,
slow.
man. Very strong.
What do you guys think about STR Ultimate Gohan when he first dropped? I mean, he was a good leader.
Oh
but
my,
was he a
no.
good man?
He was a god. He had the best team in the game by far, Gale. LR in Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
As a unit.
But it doesn't
he
matter.
was good himself.
He was like one of the first category leads. No, Gale. No, you can't say Ultimate
The
Gohan.
50% defense support was so crazy back then.
He was so good on release, dude. Ultimate Gohan.
You have to remember the era he came out was totally different. He was really good for his era, for sure.
Maybe that's what I'm forgetting about. It's been too long. It's been nearly 4 years now, right?
You put him in today's game, yeah.
Yeah.
Biz Goten and Trunks. I'm on a crusade against them.
Whoa!
No.
But dude, they just got hugely buffed with the Gifted Warriors. They're like
now they did.
But they're always good. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, exactly. I see a good one in chat actually. SSJ3 Broly.
Wait, AGL
Once again.
Bardock.
AGL Bardock's another good one. Yeah, a lot of those 2020 units were badly designed.
My argument against Tech Super Saiyan 3 Broly is, can you drop off if you are already at the bottom? That's my argument.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of feel like STR Jiren kind of was like, he was good, but like he kind of just like, woo.
Yeah.
Great.
He was good for SBR with his stun and stuff, right? That was the thing.
Yeah,
main
but like,
thing with him. He had that tech with him.
But think about it, his best partner was Tech Hit when he came out. Like,
that is also true.
He had no one else.
All right, so we'll go to our next question, which comes from Derek RP80. He says, this is like a 3-part question, so I don't know if we'll do all of it, but what is the best underrated team in Dokkan? What is your personal favorite quote-unquote bad category to run? And then he asks, when will Fizz, Botamo, and Bota Magetta awaken? The one that reduces damage by 40%. So I don't know if anyone wants to answer. Okay, go ahead. Go.
The number one thing, underrated team in Dokkan is the Ginyu Force, because it's actually like the 3rd best team in the game.
Go off, Umphy.
Yeah, that's the most underrated team in the game.
And then, Truth, do you have like a personal favorite, like quote-unquote bad team that you like to run? Like a team that maybe people think is bad, but you enjoy playing?
The Ginyu Force?
Yeah. Also the Ginyu Force?
What? I can't even think of... I don't know, man. Bad category. I don't like running the bad categories, honestly.
You only run the good ones, right?
Yeah, I only run meta stuff, all right?
Okay. Who's ready to tackle this question? Best underrated team, favorite bad category. Jump in, whoever's ready. Otherwise, I can jump in if nobody knows.
I mean, you can start and then come back to us.
Okay, I'll start and then I'll come back. So, to me, I think the best underrated team, this is a team I love to run, is Dragon Ball Heroes or Crossover. I think they don't get talked about enough, and there are so many fun, really good units. There's actually so many good units that you can make like several different team comps that are all very good and viable. And then I would think my favorite bad categories to run, I like the Defenders of Justice Pepe Gals team with Videl. And I also like Otherworld Warriors with Physical Frieza. I know it's only a 150 leader skill, but I love running 2 Physical Friezas and transforming 1 and running them as a rotation. So those would be my picks. Go ahead, Minato.
Funny enough. Okay. I would say that it's not necessarily a bad category, but it's the leaders. I still like running the 5-year anniversary units, just because I love their animations and they're just fun for me to use, right?
For sure.
They're still fun units, even though they're not great anymore, right? To see the transformation and stuff, it's just so hype. Some of my favorite releases in general in the game. And I'd say a team that maybe is underrated is the Majin Power Team. I feel like still, just because like you heal so much, and although they're not the tankiest at the start, once you really build up with that team, it's like almost kind of invincible, right? With Buhan as your leader and stuff like that. Just a very good team that I feel like people don't really necessarily mention anymore, especially because it's 170% across the board as well, I believe. So that's pretty good.
And STR Kid Buu is a huge buff for that team, so
yes,
that helps as well. Yep. Sunblade, do you have any thoughts? You ready to tackle this one?
Yeah, I was about to say Ginyu Force as well, but I think there should be a general understanding that the Ginyu Force is actually a good team now. Nobody should underrate this team now that Agile Ginyu is a thing. So I don't have a best underrated team for me to say right now, but the personal favorite for a bad category would be still Namekians, because Namekians is really bad, I would say.
Yes.
But it can still be kind of viable with the physical Piccolo and AGL Nail as a rotation. You can foresee super attacks. Defensively, this rotation is kind of indestructible. Yeah, I think it's an okay team. Yeah, and it's a niche. I like niche teams. So.
Well, and I think we're all very hopeful for a newly named Piccolo coming up with the Dragon Ball Superhero movie, so that could be a nice buff. I'm still hopeful.
Oh, well, we definitely are.
Yeah.
Ultimate Piccolo, yeah.
Right, yeah, because they officially confirmed that he's got a new name, right?
Yes. Yep.
And then also, I think there's the Year 6 Namekians. They're still due for an Easy A at some point, so that could be a little buff. I still think they need to release a Dende. They could possibly even do a Guru card. I think like a Guru card that like can force an active skill or something, because this whole thing was like awakening Kid Gohan. So what if he had an active skill that could like awaken another character's active skill mid-battle? Like that would be like ridiculous, but I don't know. Namekians do need some buffs for sure. Joker, do you want to share your teams?
So I'm gonna go in out of order. What's my favorite personal bad category to run? Exploding Rage in a team full of Brolys.
There you go.
Plus it's got Gohan on it, so you got some stacking. You've got LR Broly, you've got Tech LR Broly, who, for all intents and purposes, can put up decent damage numbers. It's just his defense is not the greatest in the current meta nowadays. And then you've got Janemba on there. Namek Goku and Bardock can stack for you if you really want to do that. But then as far as my favorite or underrated category team, I don't know. I don't see a lot of people talk about accelerated battle anymore with God Goku and Hit.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't say
it's because the leader skill is not good. Like anything under full 170 now is just dead.
Well, there you go then. I still like using them though, because the combo of Tech God Goku and Hit and then Tech Hit is extremely powerful. It's just they both need to be in slot 2. Or you can put Hitku in slot 3 and then you're doing like 11 million.
Yeah, I would say if Accelerated Battle had a full 170 or like a 200% leader skill, like they would be one of the better teams in the game. They've got a pretty good lineup in there, for sure. Gail, what are your teams?
All right, I'll start off with my personal bad category, I guess. First and foremost, that I like running. I just remembered this because I remember doing some challenges with it, but it was Dragon Ball Seekers. I really like that team for some reason.
Yes.
And GT Trio, I love the unit. I guess it's just because of my affection to GT. I just love the unit. Super, super nice. Always fun to run whenever I get the opportunity to. In terms of underrated categories, it's not necessarily a category. I would say team-wise, I love running the... I feel like, especially, potentially Cell coming back in Superhero, and then, of course, we are now in line to get Incels easy as well, the LR.
Yep.
Man, running a full Cell team is always fun. It's so good, linking each and every Cell together pretty much. So I would say that's probably my favorite as well.
Yeah, and Gail, you jogged my memory a bit because I also love that Goku Trunks of Pan. They're actually still put up really good numbers right now. And I do like the Dragon Ball Seekers team, but then that reminds me, I also love the Dragon Ball Saga Youth team, the Kid Goku, and I really want Dragon Ball Saga to get buffs. I'm hoping for April Fool's Day we get that Int Bulma to awaken, the one that has the racing one or whatever. I feel like she's due, and that could be a nice little buff. And I like the physical Bulma as well. So yeah, Dragon Ball Saga, I would add that to my bad categories that I like to run. Okay, I think we got everybody. Anybody else have anything they want to chime in on that question? Oh, really quick, just for anybody. So in regards to this physical Boda Megeta, I'm pretty sure, isn't he a summonable SR?
Yes.
Or is he a,
yes.
okay.
Yes.
And I don't know that they've ever Dokkan awakened a summonable SR, have they?
Well, I mean,
yeah, they have, I believe.
They have.
He's
okay.
literally Dokkan Awakening, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The Fizz SR Goku.
I mean to like a
one-
TUR
Remember,
to like a level
there is-
120.
There is God Goku. It's a
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Goku that Dokkan awakens.
Oh,
and God Goku
that's
and
right.
another
The
one.
Fizz SR one, yep.
And
yeah,
the
Fizz
physical
SR.
evil, Boo. Also.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, he stops at SSR though, I think. Right? He
Okay.
doesn't have a TUR.
Oh yes.
No, I
yeah.
thought he
Oh.
did.
Gotcha.
Am I mistaken?
Okay.
I could check.
So I guess to answer the question, I would assume just another big Universe 6 celebration would be the time that it would awaken or whatever if he were to do that. But I don't know. I feel like it's one that I wouldn't expect personally. All right, we'll hop off to the next question here. Our next question comes from Thad. Why is Int Majin Vegeta so underrated by the community despite them always wanting their units to be defensively heavy? Truth, do you want to tackle this one, or do you disagree? Do you think he's not underrated?
Okay, I see the people I saw hating on Majin Vegeta, they just don't know anything about Dokkan, right?
Yeah.
But Majin Vegeta is very good, but people have to accept that they put flaws in these characters sometimes, and Majin Vegeta has flaws in his design, right? It's things that will show up at the worst possible time and will hurt you. He's very good defensively and stuff like that, but he's got flaws. He's not like a particularly well-designed unit, I would say.
Yeah.
The moment when there's 6 attacks before he attacks and you can only get 5 orbs.
That's why you give him dodge, buddy.
You know, I got a dupe of mine and I gave him 14 dodge.
Yep.
Truth, you're spreading the dodge love. It's contagious. Everyone's loving dodge now.
At some point, people really got it in their heads that you can't do dodge. I feel like many characters you don't want to go dodge on, right? But there's a lot of characters where dodge is very helpful.
Yeah, for sure. This one, I won't go name by name. I'll just open it up. Does anybody want to give thoughts on why Majin Vegeta is underrated? Or if you don't think he's underrated?
I think because most of these people just look at the attack set when he does the super attack, and this is not like super good, but that isn't everything, guys. And
right.
Yeah, when a unit does like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 million attack stats and the defense isn't good, then the unit is also trash. So the community can't decide here. Yeah. Remember, there are more things to a unit except like one attack stat or one defense stat. So, yep, Majin Vegeta is good. I love him, but I mostly run him as a floater. So, yeah.
Sure. Anybody else?
I mean,
right.
I think I'll just add
55%.
one point. I feel like
Yeah.
people will inevitably see the value in these units over time more so than anything else, right? Like it just takes a little bit of time for them to get used to the fact that these guys are gonna stick around. I mean, to be fair, I say that, but people still disregard Tech Ultimate Gohan at times, and it's just like, why though? Like there's no way you should be able to do that, but you know what?
Yeah.
That's just how the Dokkan community is.
It's just unfortunate that he's restricted by a little bit, and you know, any kind of restriction on a unit in this kind of meta nowadays is gonna look quote unquote bad on the unit because everyone wants free and easy damage, everyone wants free and easy defense, and having to run a specific team can hurt the unit in the long run and just the image up front on paper as overall. Because when you saw that on paper, you're like, oh, he needs a Kid Trunks, and then we're like, oh no, he doesn't need a Kid Trunks, he just needs a Trunks. But then you still got to realize that you still need a Trunks unit on who only fits like 2 or 3 of Majin Vegeta's categories now. So it's just the disconnect right there is probably why people don't like him as much as they probably should or will.
I think he's very good. He just takes a lot for setup, and I think people aren't necessarily really thinking about, especially like since the 200% leader skills are newer, right? People are like, oh my god, this team is so good. And they only run that team, but then eventually when we're gonna get like a billion other 200% leader skills, like say like if we get one for like a pure Saiyans based team, you can't run Trunks on that team, right? So that's going to be an issue with Vegeta missing that 30% damage reduction. Then he wants an orb changer. Then he wants a super attack first, take attacks. There's a lot in his kit that I feel like they maybe put a little one too many restrictions in there. But if you can get all the pieces together, he's very powerful, right?
Yeah, he's just one of those units that you have to build around, right? And if you build it right, then it works. But I think like was mentioned earlier, they just want the unit to be a one of, you throw it out there and they're God, and that's what they want. And that's not what Majin Vegeta is. He does need some stuff around him, right? All right.
Exchange Vegeta Trunks sucks. I'm speaking to chat. Hey, people always bring up that unit. You're never going to run him. He's going to take like a billion damage, dude. Like, come on. He does like
stacks.
1 million.
He stacks, Minato.
Yeah, his 1 million damage and then his like 15k defense stack. Oh boy.
Yeah, Joker, you know who else stacks Tech Ultimate Gohan? He's pretty good.
I've never said anything bad about Tech Ultimate Gohan. I'm not on that camp.
I love Tech Ultimate Gohan. He's so good. He's better than Majin Vegeta. He's so good. So what a great unit, right?
The best aging unit in Dokkan history, right there. All right, we are at the last question. In truth, this is the one we've all been waiting for. So our last question comes from Blair Dowker. He says, can Truth please do his impression of the masked Ningen again?
Oh, no. I'm not a good, like, voice actor impression guy like Toon. That was just like a spur of the moment thing where I could shoot. I don't think I could do it again. That's just like, it's got to be in the moment.
Just think about
right?
something that Ningen has done to made you upset and just let it flow out free, right?
No, he doesn't make me upset. He's never said anything dumb about a unit, right? Did he say LR Janemba's bad or something? No way.
Truth as a concept
again? What?
Well, okay. Think about the time he said chain battle.
Oh my god.
What's the world tournament?
What? No, I can't, dude. I can't.
Truth. I got it. Here, as a consolation, just call Ningen a bum. Everyone would appreciate if you just call Ningen a bum.
Well, okay, yeah. Ningen is definitely a bum for that. Dude, chain battle takes 2 seconds a day, man. Please.
All right, guys.
Joe, I have to see the footage. I never knew he did it. Like, he tried to.
I've never seen it either. I'm just reading the questions that are presented. I have not seen this impression, but I've got to see it now. I think
we may have a clip. It's so funny.
I'm still in shock. Like, what?
How about this? Can we get someone to find it? Let's put up a short on 5'9", and then everyone can see it. We got to get a short.
Please.
With Truth's permission, of course.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I found the clip, by the way.
All right.
That was quick.
Let's get a short on 5'9". Everyone in the chat, go over and watch this short. We'll get it posted so you guys can see this impression. And then that will hopefully appease Blair that you can just rewatch it over and over and over again, right?
Absolutely.
Just put it on autoplay. Yes. Yeah, put it on autoplay. We'll get it going. All right, guys. Well, that is going to do it for our show today. This has been episode 75 of the Dokkan Battle Podcast. I would like to thank all of our guests today, Minato, IceColdJoker, Galeriot, Sunblade, DaTruth, and also Vilify for producing. My name has been JoeWags. It has been an absolute pleasure hosting for you today. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll catch you all on the next one. See ya.